All right, let's refocus our coverage on the State of the Nation address. It's a trimmed-down State of the Nation address tomorrow, with costs having been cut in line with our economic challenges, but it could be a fiery one, with the EFF threatening to disrupt proceedings. The Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Lechesa Tsenoli, joins me now from our parliamentary studios. Deputy Speaker, very good evening to you. Thanks indeed for your time. Is Parliament ready for tomorrow's State of the Nation address?
Yes, ma'am, it is. And good evening.
All right, so it's all systems go for tomorrow.
Yeah, all systems go. We've just been listening to the SANDF going through their practices inside the precinct, and we've heard inside the parliamentary spaces, preparations are going on. And we have received briefings that indicates that all things are ready for tomorrow. We hope that our guests tomorrow, including MPs, broadly speaking, will be able to hear the President speak on behalf of the executive of the work they have done in the previous year and what problems they have confronted and what they intend to do about those. Our people are urgently waiting to hear the measures we as a country are going to take to reduce inequality, unemployment, and poverty. It's an urgent agenda item that we hope we will hear being addressed tomorrow.
Deputy Speaker, it is an urgent agenda, but which might be derailed. The EFF obviously openly warning it will be disrupting the State of the Nation address. Is there any additional police or security, apart from the normal parliamentary security contingent, that is being brought in to handle that eventuality?
No, there is no additional security. What we have is adequate. And we hope that that will not happen, because I think people are tired of being disrupted from listening to what is being said in the House. When the majority of people, this time having been chosen appropriately to allow people to hear it, to disrupt it would be really unwise and not something worth pursuing.
Have you decided yet what you will do then in the event that it does happen? Because the EFF seems quite adamant that the minute the President begins speaking, he will not be allowed to continue.
No, they can't do that. They can, okay, theoretically they can claim what they are claiming and so on, but they will be in the streets very soon.
All right, I want to talk about the broader aspect here, Deputy Speaker. I mean, we've seen the same kind of disruption during the ZUMA administration. What does this do to the reputation of Parliament?
Of course, it casts a negative impression on Parliament. It forces us to do things we don't really would like not to do and to avoid as much as possible. But because this is a political institution, the rules provide for eventualities such as this and enable us to take action to ensure that the work of Parliament, even if it is for a moment disrupted, will be back in action to carry out its functions without the disruptors. We don't accept that. Kindly, people took an oath and affirmed to obey the Constitution and the law, and this is what we expect them to do. We hope that that will be the manner in which we conduct ourselves tomorrow in the House.
Having said that, would that also not be ruling out, kicking out the EFF if it goes ahead with its plans?
Sorry, I missed what you said, doing what?
Yeah, Deputy Speaker, I'm saying that would this not include kicking out the EFF if it goes ahead with that plan, because they do seem quite adamant?
Yeah. No. The rules are very clear of what we have to do, that we can't allow people in the House to be disruptive. We adapted our rules because of these practices, and there will be no hesitation by presiding officers to carry out that responsibility, that in the event that the presiding officers feel that what's happening is out of order, that they are not even listening to those who asked to talk to them gently and so on. If they choose not to do so, their place is in the streets.
I want to talk about other issues before we run out of time, Deputy Speaker. There was some confusion earlier about whether former President Jacob Zuma will attend the State of the Nation address. First, a tweet from Parliament saying he will, and then a retraction. I mean, we heard at a press conference earlier today, Carl Niehaus, for example, saying the initial announcement was deliberate on the part of Parliament to cast aspersions on the health of the former president. Your response to that, please.
No, it's incorrect. I think Carl Niehaus can't speak on behalf of Parliament, or even if he speculates, that's what it is. It's pure speculation. It's incorrect. It's a genuine mistake. And like the statement indicated, we apologize for this mistake because we invited all ex-presidents, and some of them agreed that they are going to come. So in the process of communicating the message, his name was incorrectly included when we were in fact waiting to hear what the situation is. So it's not correct that we would have such intention. Parliament acts on behalf of the people, and we are always obviously excited to have our former presidents present in the House. We have done that before in the past, and there's no reason why such an error should be elevated to what is called political intentions to besmirch the former president.
Just finally, before we wrap up, Deputy Speaker, you know, 4.7 million rand for the trimmed down 2020 SONA. Is that still not too much, though, in a country with a struggling economy and high levels of unemployment?
That number is incorrect, ma'am. 4.7. No, it's incorrect. In the last budget, as indicated at the press briefing, we spoke about 2.6 having been spent in the recent past, and what is anticipated, we budgeted 2.1, but we, however, said that we are likely not to use all of the 2.1. It's likely to go below that. So it isn't 4.7, as you say. It was necessary that after an election there be a direction based on what the people's wishes are and what the president then who had been elected to indicate the path forward. This is a new year. It's an annual program that we do, and we think it is necessary that people are kept informed, but also that when we do that, we do it alongside the various arms of the state and the institutions that support democracy to be present in there, and the public as a whole to be kept updated and informed of what government understands to be the nature of the problem, so that people confirm that government is hearing them and that the steps that are going to be taken to solve the problem are communicated to the public. We think it is just to act in that way.
2.1 million budgeted for the SONA 2020. Deputy Speaker, thank you very much indeed for your time. Lechesa Tsenoli, who's the National Assembly Deputy Speaker. Thanks indeed for your time this evening on SABC News.